price us. We just pass that right along to you. And I'm so excited to share with you a friend of mine. This is Cole Tanner. Cole's on with us. And what he's done is he's taken the book, and again, we've got the 5 steps, and then we got the 5 simple steps. Well, what's the simple steps? Well, it's just simpler. People don't want to read the big book; they want to read the little book. I don't want to, as I used to say, I don't want to know that much information. I just give me the top parts of it. And so Cole's here with me, and Cole is a podcaster. He's a very successful real estate agent. He's a friend of my son-in-law's, and we had a wonderful podcast the other day. And started reading the book, and he says, "You know what? I can make that book for you so that it's audio." So great, because when you create something good, let us know, and if it's appropriate, we'll get it up onto the website. So Cole Tanner's with me right here,
Hey,
and
Tom.
Joshua, as we talk about this, I'm going to have you go to the site. So if you go to successandmoneyfoundation.org, and then you go into number 2 on the top, which is the courses, and then we're going to go down to number 11, the free books and downloads. So let's look at the free book. And what we did there is we put the very first one, which is the 5 simple steps, which is the edited version, the smaller version of the book right here. And then it says download the audio. So if you simply click on that, you can listen to the whole book.
By Thomas Painter. Chapter 1: 5 Steps to Financial Freedom.
Cole, I think you sound better than I do.
I'm glad. I have a cold coming on, so that
Well, that's what we call our radio voice. Got a cold and stuff like that. So anyway, so Cole is a friend of mine, a successful realtor and podcaster, and you got a chance to read the book, the smaller, the simpler book. What were some of the takeaways that you had from that book?
I love how simple it is. Most of all, I've just obsessed over finding mentors and improving my life, and just like you guys, taking the initiative and personal responsibility to improve my life through studying other people. And the main thing that I took away from the book is really how simple it is. I think a lot of people are afraid to learn and afraid to take action with it. But how simple this book is makes it completely seamless, and you really don't have to put too much thought into it, because sometimes if you overthink things, our brains do a funny thing where it tells us to not do that thing if we take too long to do it. So with how simple these 5 steps are, it makes it very, very easy to transition and change your life. So I did it just because I wasn't super familiar with this foundation until our in-depth conversation we had a couple of days ago. But Tom, you inspired me, and the book I can get behind 100% with what you guys are all doing.
And what's nice about the foundation is we're a platform. We're a platform for like-minded people. We have best-selling authors, educators, and entrepreneurs that are backing this, that are part of this. And all of you are one of those things. Either you're a best-selling author, you're an educator, you're all educators, and you're all entrepreneurs. And so if you have something that is appropriate for us to be able to use, then we'll definitely look at it and put it up onto the site. And so you got a chance to go through the 5 steps. And again, the goal is to make it as simple and easy to get you started and get you introduced to wonderful materials, and then get you to the next section. Cole, what kind of advice do you have for many of our students around the world that are just really getting started? Some are cranking, some are going out there, some are just getting started. But what kind of advice have you got for them?
That's a great question. So the main thing that I would say is don't be afraid to learn. And when I say don't be afraid to learn, don't be afraid to not only take in knowledge, but learn through experience as well. Trial and error. They are the best teachers, even if you lose maybe some of your time with something that didn't work out, or even some money on something that didn't work out like you planned. Think about it in a way that you invested that money into your education. You invested that time into your education. And the people who I've seen who have really been successful, just over the top, you'd never think that you could be like them type of people. They're not any more smarter than you guys all are now. It's just they're not afraid to learn and take those chances.
You look at Warren Buffett, he's constantly learning, but he has a pile that's too hard. I don't want to do stuff that's too hard. I don't want to jump over a 6 foot high jump. I want to step over easy things. And so the same is with Munger, who we're going to be talking about in our next section. And so that's the goal is to continually learn. The reason you continually learn is it's not that you need the new information. What it does is it triggers ideas in your head of things you need to get done. When you hear somebody talking about how to pay your house off in half the time, you go, oh, you know what? I really ought to see if I can increase the automatic payment to get that thing paid off quicker. Or whatever you've learned, it's not so much I'm getting all this new knowledge. What it is saying, hey, here's some ideas of things I need to pull the trigger on to make happen. So I'm really grateful for Cole. He's part of our team now. We're going to put him to work. The good news is we're going to put you to work, and whatever I get paid out of the foundation, I will double it for you, Cole. How's that?
Oh, I love it.
Actually, thank you so much for being there. We got Cole. He's going to be hopefully help us with more things. And we're going to say goodbye to our friends from around the world. We're going to come right back because we're going to talk about some other wonderful things. Thanks for watching.